a Suzuki PE175 1980 model. Always wanted one of these bikes. When I was a young kid, my dad had a PE175, so myself and my elder brother, we thought we were pretty good riding around on this big bike. So here we are all these years later. Came across one, not bad condition, had an engine rebuild, or certainly a top end rebuild at least. I've had the motor going, had the bike running, runs fine, starts easily. So mechanically it's fine. So really just a bit of a tidy up and some cosmetic improvements, and that's about it. So I'll show you what I've done so far. Alright, so here she is. What have I done so far? Basically just cleaned up, painted the engine, cleaned the swing arm. I've actually had the forks off and pulled apart, put new fork seals in the forks and new dust seals, new oil of course. Anyway, so we're back at the reassembly mode, so a few parts are arriving soon. Put it back together, but yeah, that's it so far. Okay, so here's the petrol tank. Not bad condition, but certainly where the stickers were, the plastic was raised actually underneath the stickers, so I've had to give that a fair bit of sanding to get it nice and smooth again. Then I'll gradually work my way through the finer wet and dry till I get it to a nice polish. I haven't done tanks before, this will be my first tank, so I'm pretty keen to see how it turns out. But anyway, I've made a start. Hubs are off the wheels, the spokes are all rusty, so I thought I'd give the hubs a bit of a paint while I had them off, so I've done that. I've ordered some stainless steel spokes, just waiting for them to arrive. So that was the back hub, that's the front hub there. Rear brake shoe, front brake shoe, so they come up quite nice. There's the rest of the parts. Plastics aren't in bad condition, they're okay actually. Seat's in good condition. That's the seat there. There's the rims, ready to get relaced with some new spokes. So yeah, that's about it. Waiting for some parts to arrive and we'll start reassembly. Alright, got the fuel tank finished. So here she is. Gave it a polish. Looks pretty good on top. On the sides I got the new decals. You can see there and there. Had to trim them up a little bit to fit the tank, but that's okay. And the good thing is they covered the marks that were left by the old decals there and there. This one is a single complete unit that goes over the top of the entire side. Yeah, so quite happy with it. There it is. Exciting part of any build is when some new parts turn up. So I got a box of parts this afternoon from Motogiro in the UK. So what I have here is the tail light, mounts on the rear fender, sprocket cover, that little rubber boot which houses the headlight globe. What else do we have here? The little rubber caps sit on top of the forks. The spanner, spark plug spanner that mounts on the top of the fork. I do have the bracket on the top of the fork, but my bike did not come with the spanner. These are quite hard to get in original condition. So here's a reproduction one. What else have I got? Some decals. What's that? I don't know where you can see that. Anyway, they'll go on the bike. And from here in Australia, I got some stainless steel spokes. These are the rear spokes. Got a separate packet for the front spokes. These are from John Titman Racing in Australia. Okay, front wheels laced. As straight as I can get it. I'm sure it's not perfect, but good enough for me. So yeah, took a bit of time, particularly to try to get it true. A lot of adjusting, a lot of fine tuning and playing around, but anyway, got there in the end. So yeah. Alright, so here she is, starting at the back. I put the tail light on. You can see I've cleaned up the rear guard, U-back tyre, cleaned up the plastic there, gave it a polish. Didn't have to buy new plastic, so they weren't too bad on the side. You can see I've painted the hub, put some new stainless steel spokes in both the wheels, front and rear. Here's the front. So the rims are actually in pretty good condition. They just needed to clean up. They've got a couple of little chips here and there, but for its age, it's pretty good. And there's the stainless steel spokes. Let's have a look here. Right, here's the front of the bike. The headlight took a bit of effort to source some parts, some new, some second-hand, but it all works now. Here's something I really like, is these little spanners back in the day were mounted on the bike in case you needed to change the spark plug. So there's a spark plug spanner there, looks like a little 10mm spanner mounted to it. So yeah, that was about $150 for that little spanner, 150 Australian dollars, but really finishes the bike off nicely. Trip meter. Alright, here's the tank. So I'll add a bit to this video showing the work I did to the tank, but pleased to say it's come up quite nicely. Took a lot of work, but very happy with the finished product. One thing on these Suzukis, I've seen a couple of these PEs that have US Forest Service. I don't know whether you can see that stamped into the silencer. Now, I don't know whether this bike was actually used in the US Forest Service or whether all the PEs came out approved to be used by the US Forest Service. But anyway, nice little feature there on the silencer. Alright, so there you have it, my 1980 Suzuki PE175 finished. Hope you like it. Any questions, hit me up and I'll see if I can help you out, particularly with finding parts. Some of the parts are hard to find, so yeah, shoot me a message.